weekend and the obligations that are taking place at their regular home stadium. However, Phumudzo, congratulations. Your prediction was the one. You saw a tight encounter, and it's turned out to be exactly that.
I think a very tactical game. For some might be a little bit boring because it was more tactical. I looked at this Ahly team that comes to Mamelodi Sundowns and thinks this is a dangerous team. We need to play five at the back, and that's exactly what Coach Kohler did. He played five at the back, three midfield just in front of that five to try and protect them. Likes of Ribeiro could not find the pockets. I thought they went, the first 11 that they had a lot of runners. It's good to see Thembazwane back in this team. The master is back. He did not have enough time to really influence the game this afternoon.
He has another week to get his fitness back to where he needs to be. And we can't wait to see what he can try and orchestrate up in Cairo on Friday. You can see that there's a lot of very happy-looking Ahly faces there. They don't look disappointed with a 0-0 scoreline out of Loftus.
Yeah, definitely, Thomas. Ahly will come out of this game being the better team overall. Obviously, have not conceded, although they didn't win the game. They got a game to do back home. You look at Sundowns, they dominate possession once again, but there were not enough penetration into Ahly defense, you know. So I think that's where they dominate possession in their own half, but there's not enough penetration.
Vila.
And I think this is what caused the problem.
Cannot win a game if you don't get a shot on target, and that's the story for Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah, it's been that, I think, throughout, and then it's a concern. It's a concern because of they were not really ruthless at the same time. They were not really threatening. They were always playing in front of them, which they were much happier because of their two pivots also played a vital role. Because of we got to give it to Ahly also. They played a very, very good game. It's a side that comes in sometimes at these stages whereby they are very arrogant, and with the arrogance, the performance shows also.
You use the word arrogance, and I think it can be described as Ahly came to play.
Yeah.
They actually came to play.
They know how to do the job. They don't care who you are. They know that they are Ahly. They have been 12 times champions in Africa. They know how to do this thing. All they want to do is win the game. And also that impacted very great because of they had, I think, they were in the game most of the times, Ahly, rather than Sundowns, because of they know for sure that if I have to do the job, if I see an opportunity to do the job away from home with this opportunity, it was almost close also. They were more threatening for me. So that's why the arrogance comes in and say, if then you have to take the game to you, I'll take it to you.
Looking at some of the moments that did happen in that second half for Ahly, Gradisa with the chance here. We see Tahir Mohammed also involved with the final touch on the ball in the box. They were asking questions, and questions that they had been asking all game long.
I think what they did better in the second 45 was play a little bit wider. That is Ahly. In the first 45, they were a little bit narrow. Mamelodi Sundowns were able to contain them. But in the second half, they had Tahir a little bit wider. They had Ashore operating on the outside lane a little bit. And Gradisha are taking the central corridor. But again, you go back to that Mamelodi Sundowns ball position. It's 71 to 29. But if you have 71 ball position and you have 0 shots on target, then you need to add the next question to say, where is the position being kept? What are you doing with that ball position? How much of the position is penetrative? How much of the position is sideways and backwards? And that's something that we spoke about when we spoke about the style a little bit earlier on, to say when you've got a bus that is parked in front of you, you cannot try and pierce that bus with a direct ball. You need to find combination, little triangles, players in the pockets and in between the lines. You
know, there was a time in the game when we saw Vila doing this, just doing this. And it did happen. It went to the VAR. Hey, you were quiet while they were busy there, Vila.
I was quiet. I was even asking if maybe I could see even more screen image of showing that.
You wanted to be in the van there to see what happened, because when this goes over the top and then it finds the back of the net from Gradisar, it looks like it's going to be given. And then immediately there's a sense that maybe not.
Yeah, definitely. I think with that one, with the first glance of the screen, you think he was onside. But then, of course, having to go through it again and time again, it looks, you can even see here, he starts in a position and then he is able to even go in and of course, possesses, goes in there and then acts on a different angle with that action.
That second header could not get back on side before making that header.
I think a lot of people, maybe when they are looking at that offside call, it's not the man that scores the goal that is offside, Gradisia in that moment. This one, Benkasa coming off the bench, also getting a goal.
This one was obvious.
This one was clear. It was clear offside. I think the way that Libusa and also Kakani marshaled that that back four for Mamelodi Sundowns. Look at how they hold the line. Look at all the yellow shirts in the correct line, playing that high line. But something that he would be concerned about is to say they were playing a high line, but there was no pressure on the ball carrier. You play a high line like that, and the guy that is about to play the ball is completely under any pressure at that moment. It's dangerous because he has got all the weight to find the pass, but lucky enough that the line kept good discipline.
Coach Sudesh, what do you think?
Thomas, Villa mentioned a word earlier, arrogance on the side of Ahly. And you look at it in the last few minutes, the coach actually brought on 2 offensive players in Ben Chaki and Taufik, actually thinking that they were good for a goal there, you know. So it shows you that they came to play football. They were positive-minded all throughout the 90 minutes. And that's what makes this such a great team, you know.
Now, the news that's coming out, and these are the reports coming out of Egypt, is that Ahly have not been allowed to play their home games in front of a full house. They've had limited numbers being allowed, maybe around 30,000 inside that 75,000 stadium. They wrote a letter to the ministry and said, Sundowns are coming, and we need all of our Red Devils fans in the stadium for that. And the word is, the ministry said yes, 75,000 waiting for Sundowns.
Yeah, Thomas, this has been an issue in Egyptian football for many years. You remember, due to the political upheaval. So they always limited the numbers. And now they've got the go-ahead, so you can expect a full house when Sundowns visit them.
It's going to have to be done the hard way, Villa.
Not all is lost, to be honest. I mean, yes, you would have been disappointed not getting that goal to give you a bit of a cushion. But at the same time, it throws the dice to Ahly also. How then they're going to approach the same. But then now it means it's more open. I say this is more open because of now also they need to attack and score goals. With Sundowns also, if you have to look at it at a broader picture, if I score an away goal, it gives me 2. So then it means how then you're going to plan for this game.
I don't think any advantage is lost. I think if there's any team that has an advantage, it's Mamelodi Sundowns. Because if they score, Ahly has to score twice at least. So that's why I'm saying the advantage is Mamelodi Sundowns. They can go there, suffer, defend, stay in that block. But if they get 1, it means that Ahly has to get 2 to win the game.
But here's the thing. In order to score, you have to come out yourself.
And leave spaces
when
behind you.
You come out yourself as a Mamelodi Sundowns, that's when the same space opens.
Sundowns, but you won.
So,
But Thomas, there's no reward without risk. So Sundowns got to take the risk to get the reward, and vice versa. You know, the good thing today, they didn't concede.
But another beauty about this thing is that it can play on the mentality side. Because I know for a fact that Ahly fans, they get very irritated if then nothing happens on the other side. If Ahly doesn't make an attempt, if Ahly doesn't do anything, they get irritated. So with that, you try to take that and absorb that for as long as you can. And then also, guys like Reyners will be like itching for those spaces behind, which they couldn't get with this game. Matthews couldn't get it with this game. So that also how you're going to plan it out and then structure it perfectly. I think that's how we're going to be able to engage with them.
But when you look at this, it's also, you look at both camps. It's a little bit more time for Mshishi to be prepared for this game. On the other side, Abu Ali, his injury, is he going to be back on time for the second leg? That will be a big boost for both teams.
Would you start Temba next week?
Yes. No, you start Temba Zwane. If I'm allowed, I can give you the Sundowns lineup that will win in Egypt.
You have it?
Temba Zwane will be in my 11. Temba Zwane has to start the game. You need the man that has done this before. He was there in 2016. He knows how it was done. He's the master of the half spaces. He's the master of playing in between the lines. That is the leader of this Mamelodi Sundowns team. When I look at Temba Zwane coming on now, for me, what is important for Cardoso, this feels like a new signing. It's the first time that Temba Zwane played under Cardoso. So this feels like a new signing to the technical team of Mamelodi Sundowns. I would start a new signing with the value of Temba Zwane. I'll start him away from home. And this is a big boost, not only for Sundowns, also for Bafana Bafana.
I liked his attitude. I just liked his passion also to show. As soon as you could see that run, it's a run that shows, I want to be on the ball. I want to show you guys that this thing can be done, because of this also needs confidence. And also with that confidence, he's able to rub off different players, because of now the players also, they're able to say, our leader is in the game. And then with our leader being the game, that can also be able to bring up all of these players around him. So for me, I'd say another key that's going to be able to unlock this tie.
Right. As you can see, I've just been handed the team sheets for the next encounter, and that's Orlando Pirates hosting Pyramids. I'm going to hand them out to these guys here in studio. The Pirates fans are making their way to the FNB Stadium, and we did catch up with some of them already. Just with a quick glance down, Evidence Mahopa doesn't start. Lots to talk about. Stay with us.
First and only, I say, we challenge second star. Running or not, as young as my stars, because we believe our Easter holidays is here at FNP Stadium, of which all the way, Paris, Sianoka, Coco, second star, of which is the best chance today would Sishaya 3 goals. So what, next week, 25, we can pack a bus if we like. But today should be scored 3 goals. We should win this game 3-0 or 4-0, so that we put our place in the safe place. What's the parade? Always.